Getting ready? Are we doing this? Basic Bros podcast. This is it.
So 3, 2, 1. I'm done. You know what? I'm going to bed.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever. Basic bros.
Basic Bros podcast, episode 6. We've made 6 episodes, guys. That's crazy. Or this is the 6th one, but that's pretty insane. I'm proud of us because we're all still here. We're all still friends. Today's episode. Barely. Today's episode brought to you by special friend of ours. Christmas is coming soon, right, guys? It's halfway through November.
Yes.
So Christmas is coming soon. You guys got a month worth of shopping to do. So I'm going to post a link in the description below of today's sponsor, Black Door Soap Company. Check it out. It's our friend Emily. She makes soaps, craft soaps on Etsy. Owen hasn't tried the product because he didn't get the box set, the free box set that me and Joe got last time. But beautiful craft-made soaps. Sorry, Owen, you missed out.
Damn.
This was at our last
I want some soap.
So yeah, if you got a girlfriend, you got a friend.
Wait, is that bread or is that soap?
Stuff.
It looks like bread.
That's soap.
Cool.
That's soap. Legitimately soap. So
it smells
Emily
good
makes
too.
that. Oh, dude. The deep sea or the black sea bar wins my heart forever. I told her though, I'm like, Emily, you got to come out with something that's vanilla. Like she doesn't have anything vanilla scented.
Oh, really?
Like vanilla's to die for me. So
I really
check
like
it out.
the coffee one.
Yeah, that one was good too.
So
the
good.
grains against these people, they don't know what they're missing out on. So go to Black Door Soap Co. I'm gonna put the link down in the description below.
Soap.
Please support our friend Emily and her cause. And if you're a fan of soap, they look like desserts, like you want to eat them. So, word to the wise or caution when you do get them, you're gonna want to eat them, not use them to clean yourself. But yeah, that's our sponsor for today. So Black Door Soap Co.
You should be using it to clean yourself instead of eating them.
You should be. Speaking of coffee, I have the most ridiculous Seinfeld story moment ever. So get this. I went to a local coffee shop of mine that I frequent quite regularly. Okay, to the point where these people they know my name. I go in there regularly. I know the staff. This and that. And one day I was just literally there the other day, and I had just finished up, and I went to the bathroom real quick right before they closed. So I go to the bathroom, and dude, the men's room just stinks. As soon as I get in there, I had to hold my breath. It was just so bad, really, really bad. So I hold my breath, I do my thing, literally exhale, and I open the door, and because they're closing, they're cleaning up, right? So the barista, is holding a Windex and a whatever cloth and is about to go in there. Now I didn't take a dump in there, right? I had to endure the smell. But now I'm coming out of the bathroom and she's going in and she's gonna think that I did this putrid, it was just so, dude, I literally almost peeked myself. So my eyes go wide, and obviously I'm like, shit, but what can you do, right? I just left, but I'm like, fuck, this girl's gonna think that I made this stink. But dude, that's the thing, how do you do that? Hey, by the way, remember the other day when I went to, you went to the bathroom and it stunk? So here's the best part. Here's the part that now even I'm this is the Inception portion of it. The guy who was in there before me, there was a guy in there before me, and when he came out, I went in and his eyes widened before I went in. Now I wonder, now I'm blaming him, but I wonder if he wasn't the guy who took the dump either, and now I'm blaming that guy like the girl would blame me. That's my story of the week.
That is crazy.
But have you ever had something like that happen?
That is pretty horrible.
By the way, Joe's video is stuck on the funniest face ever.
He's very interested in that.
Oh my god, it's so good.
We should not tell him. He should just have that.
He should
I'm
just
just
be like that
interested
for
in
the
the
whole
rest
video.
of the video.
Word,
Yeah, Skype's
so-
been having a lot of problems with my video. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's weird. We're gonna have to get that looked into for the next episode.
So I was gonna say, since we're on topic of smelly bathrooms, why use public bathroom, especially at work with people I work with? I get really weird about that, right? I have to pick the best time where there's least amount of people in the bathroom, and I have to get the biggest stall in the corner because I cannot deal with sitting next to someone you work with while you're like dropping the kids off at the pool, right? It's just so weird because the bathrooms are super quiet and you can literally hear every sound they make, right? Whether they're flushing, whether they're doing their actual business, or whether they're wiping their butt. It just gets so awkward. Do you guys ever experience that? Do you guys?
Well,
is this like an Owen only thing? I hope not.
I was just gonna say, see, I don't experience it because I will never take a dump in a public place. I'll take a piss. So my reaction to you would be, why are you taking a dump at work, dude? Like that. There's your first.
Because you are a freelancer. I spend 8-hour days at my workplace.
Oh, sure enough.
Right.
So sure enough. Yeah. Okay.
Joe,
that's fair.
What about your experience?
Like my personal experience, I don't really care. Like if I have to go, then I go. And it's a bathroom, so be it. Whatever happens in there, like no one's gonna be. Okay,
it's not Vegas, dude. Stuff. Like, it's not.
I know, but it's not like you're plastering the walls with your shit. You know, it's you're doing a normal bodily function.
So apparently, some people don't give a fuck about this. At least not as much as I do, because work over here, everyone has a badge with their photo on it to badge into buildings and like to verify who the hell you are and stuff like that. And then what most people do here is they put it on their you know how guys pants, I don't know how girls do this actually, but I guess if you wear jeans, you have the little rings on your pants on your waist for the belt.
The belt hooks.
So most people
belt loops.
They have like a little keychain thing on those badges, and then most people put it there, right?
Yeah.
So when I use the bathroom, when I use the stalls, I deliberately put my badge inside my pocket. So when I pull down my pants to do my business, nobody can see the badge with my photo hanging down there, right?
I think you should be more concerned about the people actually trying to look at your photo while you're in the bathroom.
No. So if you sit in those stall environments, you can actually see your neighbor's badge the minute, if they do not try to hide it, if they do not put it in, the minute they pull down their pants, boom, their badge is right there. And some people actually done that to me. Well, some people, not to me, but like some people actually done that. And just super awkward. I'm like, dude, I see you right now as you're doing your business. What's wrong with you? Put that shit back in.
You know what you need to do? You need to find that bathroom that's like the one big bathroom by itself that has its own sink and whatever. That's like, I don't know, it's like the private bathroom, right?
Yes.
You need to find that. There's a hidden one. There's one in every one of those big corporate offices that no one else wants you to find, right? You need to find that bathroom, Owen.
That's what I do most of the time. So
just put like an out of order sign on it, so that no one will ever disturb it. It's just like your own personal private one.
Yeah, but that's a struggle I have to go through every day, guys. It's a real problem.
Have you ever thought of trying to change your schedule?
Yes. So I usually do it when really early in the morning. And sometimes on some weeks, multiple weeks, I can get on a schedule where I just do it all the way in the morning, like right after I drink coffee. But sometimes it varies, I
hear you.
You gotta do the business whenever it comes.
So is this only an issue at the workplace because there's people that you know?
Yeah.
So like at a restaurant, you don't give a shit.
At a restaurant,
no pun intended.
As long as it's clean enough, I usually don't care. But I
don't give a shit.
I do not like sitting right next to people's stalls. I like those big stalls that give me personal space, because my personal bubble gets extra big while I'm dropping my kids off at the pool. Just saying, I like that big bubble. Yeah.
Be thankful there's full height doors and dividers.
Yeah,
some places
those are the best.
I think there's like just neck height or something like that, so you can just talk to the other person.
So in China, it's probably not what it is now, but when we're younger, it's like those instead of toilet seats, it's actually what do you call those? The ones where you squat? The squatters.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have a row of those, and you have no separation in between. It's just like, hey, how's it going? How's your day? It's like this podcast, except I'm taking a shit right now. So that's how it used to be in China. That was pretty interesting. Luckily, I was young. I didn't really care back then. But now thinking back,
do you remember when? Well, I mean, this doesn't apply to girls, but when you were guys, this probably applies to you. When you were a kid, when you first started going to the urinal, you'd pull your pants down all the way to your ankles, but then as you grew older, you only pulled down the front. So what age do you make that transition?
And then now you try to hide it, right? Like everyone's really private about it.
Totally.
But I remember when I was super young, like, hey, how's it going? Like, you might as well let the things chat.
cross streams.
But yes, Mahyar, really good question. I do not remember why I made that change.
I don't know how I realized to make that change, but I think slowly over time I just did it. Okay, so I think when I did it my change was in grade 1, and it's because when I would go to the bathroom, I was in grade 1 and grade 2 and grade 3 class were all near the same bathroom, and I would see the grade 3 kids in the bathroom. They would go do their thing, and I would notice that they wouldn't pull their pants all the way down, but then the grade 1s, like we all would, just I guess that's how we were going to the washroom. I don't know. So then I started doing what the grade 3 kids did, which was, so I know that mine was around grade 1, like onward to grade 2, but it was only because I had the grade 3 kids there to sort of subliminally show me, I don't need to see your ass cheeks when you're taking a leak.
I don't remember the change at all.
Because the older kids made fun of you? Did they ever like,
no,
hey, I can see your ass?
But the funny thing is, when I noticed it and I stopped doing it, anytime I would see a kid doing, I remember it. I'd be like, "What the hell? Like, somebody tell this kid something." You know what I mean? Like,
did you ever tell anyone? It's like, "Hey, I don't want to see your ass. Pull up your pants."
No, I never told anybody anything. But there were kids, dude, and this goes back to another point. There were kids that, like, where we were in grade 4 or 5, and they were still doing it. There was that one kid, where. Like, yes. Dude, why are you pulling your pants down the whole way, man? Like, we're all past that here. But you're the only one still doing it. How comfortable are you with me seeing your butt at this point? Like, really?
Yeah. And I was never a locker room guy either. Like, just, exposing my naked self to everyone else in the locker room. I always find that a little weird. But sometimes people just don't care, Now I go to the gym. Sometimes people just have their things hanging out while they talk to you about your day. I'm just like, yo, hurry up, cover up yourself, bro. We can chat later.
That's funny.
Just maintain eye contact.
Yeah.
Always maintain eye contact.
Always. But speaking of Joe freezing, sometimes I almost want to say something. Hey, I think you're freezing. Until he moved a little bit, I realized like half the time the dude's just no facial expressions whatsoever. Game.
That's funny. He could totally mess with us now with that. The freezing. Yeah, we totally. He's trying to do it right now.
He's fucking with us right now.
Funny? I can't. He's trying to do it, but then it happens, and he doesn't realize that it is frozen.
Yep.
No one picks up on it.
Yeah. It should be obvious, though, because, like, if you can hear my voice and I'm not moving, like, you don't see my lips moving, then it's fine, but...
Like right
now. Like, right at this very moment.
Oh, man.
This one I'll leave in the video, because that way people can have reference.
Oh, man, this is hilarious.
You guys might remember, I got the new iPhone 10 in our last video.
Yeah.
I was using that as my recording device. Not recording, but like my video device. And you might have remember or seen the video. I look blurry as fuck. But at this time, same thing happened, right? But right now, I'm super clear because I went back to an iPhone 7 to make this Skype call. Because apparently Skype is not fucking compatible with the latest iPhone. Or I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know how the non-compatibility works, because this phone's also on the latest iOS.
Just blame the notch.
Maybe it's the new lens and the configuration with the new screen size. and the new
But-
screen.
But
Like
the
maybe it's
software is
just
the same.
yeah.
As long as Skype, I mean, it's the same app store. I downloaded for it. So I don't know. Maybe the cameras.
Yeah, but
different.
exactly. Like if the camera lens is too high grade, then it'll downgrade it. Like if Skype doesn't know what, like I don't know, whatever
That's
kind
true.
of.
It might have to.
Right?
They might have to manually
Kind of like a
input
driver,
the
right?
resolution of the camera. But I was
Yeah,
using
I
the
don't know.
front camera. It didn't work. It was really pixelated. I used the
That's
back
weird.
camera. It was also really pixelated.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
that's
But
really
yeah,
weird.
if you use Skype a lot and people are complaining about your video quality, it's probably because you got the new phone, and Microsoft is doing a great job, as usual, at updating their software and expanding their compatibility.
100%.
Did you know Razer made a phone? As in,
Yes.
like, the gaming company?
I saw news about that. I don't know why, but
I saw it today. I'm like, that's crazy. The audience must be so small, you know?
I didn't look into the details, but I don't even get what's their selling point on that whole thing is. I mean,
It's
I get
supposed
that
to be,
everyone's trying to make a phone, but
their refresh rate for the screen is supposed to be really good. Like, their screen overall is supposed to be really good for gaming. On a phone for some reason.
because people
But-
totally play games professionally on a phone.
Yeah, exactly. It's the whole concept's a little weird, but that is why they're doing it. And they have like a massive battery. It's like in the 4000s.
Yeah, yeah, I remember reading about that.
It looks pretty slick, but it looks dated at the same time because it isn't like bezel-less.
Yeah.
It isn't going that route.
Apparently, someone defined bezel-less as the thing for 2017 mobile devices, right? If you're not bezel-less, you're like so 2016. I don't know where
If
that
they say so.
that product requirement came from, but okay.
That's funny. That's a weird quote. What's with these genetically modified eggs that Joe wants to talk about?
Ah, yes. So there's
Smooth,
these.
bro. Such smooth transitions as usual.
Sorry, warning. I have no idea what we're about to discuss. I just know it includes genetically modified eggs or chickens or something. So wherever this goes is on Joe.
In Japan, they genetically engineered these chickens to lay these eggs with like a specific protein or something that's related to treating a bunch of diseases. And they did this to essentially drive down the cost of the drug. And it's called, hold on, let me see. It's called interferon beta. I don't know what exactly that is, but essentially these chickens will now lay eggs containing this drug like every day or every other day. And this is essentially, as I said, to drive down the cost of this drug, which I think I read is like up to $800 for like a few
Interesting.
milligrams or something like that. And the next step they want to do is to increase the amount of that drug that is contained per egg to even further decrease the price of that drug. So I'm like, hey, Owen, you played that the egg game, right?
Oh yeah.
That
We
is
talked about it on the podcast.
the first thing I thought of when I read this article. The medical
Yeah.
grade eggs or whatever.
So
I'm
egg,
like, wow.
egg.
Yeah,
egg is what
exactly.
the
Egg
name of
ink.
the game
Yeah.
is.
In real life. Egg ink
Yeah.
in real life.
What else can they do? Putting in eggs to make it more healthy or whatever.
So instead of feeding every chicken the drug, they just make them born with the drug. That's pretty cool.
So I think what happens is they'll extract the drug from the egg whites because that stuff is contained within the egg whites, I think. So they'll extract it and then do stuff with it, I assume.
Wait, what? Are they making the drug from the egg, or they just want the chicken to have
So they want
to
to
come with the drug?
I think they want to reproduce that drug in a cheap manner.
Wow.
And they do
okay,
so
that's
by...
kind of messed up.
I'm not exactly sure here. I skimmed it earlier today. I'll definitely bring in a few links into the comments or into the description section so you guys can read it yourself. But yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly, to me.
Yeah, man. Genetically modified everything. We talked about genetically modified food last time too. So we know we're game. A lot of people aren't, but we're game. We know what's up. Wait, okay,
Yes.
listen.
Hold on, segue better.
No, forget the segues. You listening right now or watching right now, I'm talking to you. Because you're here right now, you're listening, you're watching. Really quick, really easily. I want you to simply reach for your mouse. And if this screen is on full screen, I want you to make it a smaller screen. And if it's a smaller screen, great, even better, because you skip a step. Now I want you to reach with your mouse and there's a subscribe button next to Basic Bros TV there. I want you to hit that button right now because it's the most convenient time and moment for you to do that. So if you hit that button, we would really appreciate it. Even if you don't watch all of our videos, or you do, just hit that button. We really appreciate it. We're trying to get that subscriber number up. So do that right now, please and thank you.
So what if the person's listening or watching us while he's driving? He or she's driving.
Still,
You could have killed someone, guys. Come
Take
on.
some time to look at your phone. Take both your hands off the
At
wheel.
the next stoplight,
Come on.
make sure there's no police officer and quickly just hit
There we
that
go.
button.
There we go.
You know,
Being
do
very
it.
considerate, guys.
Do it safely or at least half safe.
Yes.
Actually, no.
Or
do it 100% safe.
Just as long as you
Or-
hit that button in some way.
yeah.
Or if you get into trouble, just promise not to sue us for it.
Yeah, exactly where I was gonna go with that is, I'm not being liable for any of this. Forget that. But we do appreciate you watching always. We're actually gonna try to put this prize pack thing together. We're not gonna say much about it. I'm not gonna say much about it, but we're putting a prize pack thing together, which is hilarious. I'm not gonna say anything about that either. I'm gonna let it ride. But after our first 100 subscribers, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep adding to this prize bundle. And once we hit 100 subscribers, those 100 subscribers are going to be entered to win this prize pack. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the things that you're going to get as we start building them up and as our subscriber list goes up. And for every 15 or so new subscribers we get, we're going to add a new item to that bundle. And wherever you are in the world, whatever your name is, we're going to send it to you. So for that fact, you should also subscribe.
And there might or might not be Mahyar's favorite thing, which if you guys watched our podcast or have been watching, you would have a good guess of what that might be, but I'm not going to say it.
What is
But
it,
yes,
Bitcoin?
subscribe.
How am I supposed to put a Bitcoin in there?
Way to ruin the fucking joke.
We should, at some point, I'm not going to put this in there either, but at some point we should somehow do Easter egg things where, like, there's hidden shit in a few of our episodes, and if people find it,
I like
then
that,
if they get
actually.
the answers, then they get the a prize pack.
If
sent
they
to
go
them.
through the torture of paying full attention to us for an hour to an hour 30 minutes, they should get something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so here's
you know
what
what?
we're going to do.
It shouldn't even be verbal. It should be like a piece of paper
Yeah.
that we flash.
Yeah,
Got it,
yeah.
got it. We'll do
That's
crazy shit. Don't worry, we'll come up with something. So, our viewers, listeners,
With
right
like
now.
2 frames.
we want you guys here all the time. We want you watching all the episodes. So from here on out, this is episode 6. Pay close attention to all the videos from here on out. And at some point in a later time, I don't know what video, but there will be an announcement. And you guys are going to get some sort of list, or I don't know if it's questions or hints or what. We're going to figure it out, but it's going to start as of next episode. So between episode 7 and whatever it goes on to. You guys find those Easter eggs. We're going to do a completely separate, even more awesome prize pack for that person. Whoever solves that Easter egg hunt first and responds to us, they will get that prize pack. That's something that we're going to start to look into now. But for now, we're definitely going to do a build-up prize pack for our subscribers. So if you are listening to this podcast, please subscribe right now, and you will be automatically entered into the prize pack thing. That being said, we've been talking about this week, like, how do you make a successful podcast? Like, this has been on our minds for quite some, or not even a successful podcast, but a successful YouTube channel overall, right? And I think that's one thing that the three of us are really trying to do and trying to grasp. But it's a difficult question to answer because I think there's many different ways that could be done. But before I get into that with Owen and Joseph, I'm going to tell Joseph that he is once again frozen.
One of our things
Okay,
should
so
be
Step
How
one.
many times Joseph got stuck in episodes?
Yeah, totally. Another one should be, how many times does Mahyar bring up Bitcoin? You know?
Yes.
Or like the word Bitcoin is
Or how many times Owen yawned in a video?
yawn or stretch? Yeah, can you imagine? Dude, that's really like, you have to hunt. Because if you miss one, you know, one word, like, that's pretty tough. But like we could figure out, how do you run a successful YouTube channel?
Step one, make sure your video doesn't freeze.
Yeah, definitely.
Good
I think
call.
one thing that we learned quick and early was setup takes at least 30 minutes because we always run into troubleshooting issues. So just figuring out, okay, how are you going to do this? Are you going to live stream? Are you going to make videos, then post them later? That aspect definitely early on, I think, hit us, but we also tackled it quite well, right? Like we did things like we got those mics. Owen sounded better than the rest of us. We acknowledge that, and we went out, we got those mics. So we're always trying to improve. The quality of our videos have gotten better because, you know, some of us got better internet, or so we thought. Things like that definitely came into play early on for us. And not to even say that we run a successful YouTube channel, but I feel like some of the stuff that we do does make our YouTube channel successful, even though we have a lack of subscriber. We have a high, or for an early on, a high rate of viewership, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, dude, tech will kill you.
Yeah, I think tech is a huge part, but tech is just something you have to overcome, right? It doesn't matter that it's not the deciding factor that like your channel is successful or not. There's certain base bar that like you have to be able to see the person talking, Joseph. But we got that fixed. So I think once you meet that baseline, it's the content, it's the duration, it's the topics you talk about, and all this kind of stuff, and the way you market it that plays into a role. By the way, we're all completely talking out of our asses here, so don't quote us on anything. We would love to hear.
Not necessarily talking out of our ass. Oh yeah, we definitely.
We want to hear from you guys. We're just talking out of the perspective of consumer, because clearly we're not a successful content maker yet. Right, so we're just talking from the perspective as a YouTube video watcher or podcast listener.
Yeah, and I think it's actually interesting that we're talking about this now, because now people get an idea of, well, why are we doing podcasts, or why are we doing this? You know, like, why did we decide to do this? Really, it was honestly random, kind of, like we just said get into it. Honestly, Owen kind of wanted to do one, but then like we kind of didn't do it. Long story short, we're like, okay, let's just do it, right? Like, why not? So that's how we got into it. But I'm kind of a little upset. I am a little hurt. I'm going to tell our viewers why, or the listeners why.
Is there something in your behind? Is that why? Do you want me to take something out?
I'm a little butthurt. Yeah, you know what I want to take out? I want to take out the sticks that are preventing us from expanding. These two. I don't know which side I'm on your end, Owen, but on my side, you guys are below me, as you always are. No, I'm just joking. But what bothers me is the fact that one of the main ways to grow your channel, or at least get subscribers, is to promote your shit on your social media, on your stuff, and like tell your friends and tell your family, yo, I don't care if you watch my stuff, but subscribe to my channel. Because you subscribing, me getting 50 new subscribers, next time some Joe Blow who I don't know sees my channel, if they see I have 50 subscribers, they're going to be more than likely to hit subscribe, instead of if they see 7, they're not going to be as likely to subscribe. Now, I try to promote our channel every time that we release a new episode. I definitely post it. But these two guys want the viewership, but they don't want to like promote it. So
promote it.
Yeah, I don't get it. So it's just like, for me, it's kind of ass backwards, because you guys do want to get the views, you guys do want to get the subscribers, but you guys won't go, like, you guys have, I don't know how many friends you have on your social media, but I have at least like maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less on just one of my social media networks. So when I post to that, obviously I don't expect people to go see it. I don't expect people to go subscribe, but I do expect that of people that I have on my list, a few are going to subscribe, and a big handful are going to watch. So if all 3 of us do that, that multiplies that number by 3. And then if your friends share that, or your friends see it or click on it, their friends might see it on their page too. So for me, it's just a matter of like, you guys need to start pushing this just as much as I am, because it's easy for you guys, not so much for Owen, but for Joe, it's easy because he comes, he sits down, he does the podcast, then walks away. But for you, Owen, you got to render that video that you're making right now. And then I got to edit and post, do all the YouTube, do all the tags, then promote on top. Like, I think we got to start pushing this more. And a lot of that has to do with YouTube coming in and actually sharing it. So now my question is, why don't you guys share it? I could understand not sharing the first episode or the second episode or the first few while we're getting our kinks. But now we have graphics. Now we have like a scheduled date. Oh, viewers, we are now officially on scheduled date. Wednesdays. You will see a podcast, at least one new podcast a week on Wednesdays. So keep that in mind. And this week they get to see 2 because I launch one on Wednesday and then I'm launching another one early so we catch up for next week. But that's another story. So Joe, why don't you post our podcast stuff on your social media to get us more hits and views and subscribers and likes?
I don't know. It's just I don't share anything on my social media account anyway, so I don't know. It's just something I don't do. I guess I will do it later, but it's just something that is not something that I do. I guess I don't know how else to say it.
You don't okay,
like I use my social media.
So Joe doesn't share he's not going to find an article on something and then post it to his Facebook or his Twitter. He just he'll read it or whatever, but he's not going to go post regular stuff. I'm not just talking about the podcast, just generally. Yeah, right?
Generally what I do is I use Facebook purely for the messenger. Like I do tell people, but just not. It's just something that I've never really posted, like in a big public forum type of thing.
I hear you. How about you, Owen?
So,
troublemaker number 2. Now, originally, I remember Owen telling me these exact words. Well, maybe not exact, but something along the lines of, our friends already talked to us. They don't want to hear more than what we have to say to them already, or something along those lines. But to me, that's ridiculous because my friends talk to me all the time, but they still watch the podcast. Because what I talk on
clearly,
the podcast,
to be your friend, they gotta be have a really high tolerance of listening to someone going on and on and on.
Especially when it's Mahyar, dude. Of course, dude. My friends are dedicated. They love and hate me for the same reasons you love and hate me. But
I'm sure it's love and hate you. I just
whatever.
Hate you.
Hate to love me. I don't care. Whatever it is.
JK.
I'm your older brother. It's your job to hate me, and it's my job to love you. So.
How the fuck did you become my older brother?
I am your older brother. I'm older than you are.
Where do you stop playing to be another person's sibling?
Are you not my basic bro?
Yes.
Is this not the Basic Bros podcast?
Basic bro is very different from, hey, I'm your older brother.
I'm your older basic bro, whatever. Whoa. Anyway, back to the topic. So, Owen, but what is your actual reasoning behind not sharing our beautiful, awesome videos?
I told you part of this before, right? The way I like to do things, especially now with a lot of my social media getting convoluted by just random people inviting me, I like to keep my personal, real personal life a little more separate from what people can look me up on the internet. So I have a lot of people from work that's on my Facebook, Twitter. I don't know what kind of people check my Twitter, maybe recruiters and stuff like that. That's why I want to keep that a little more separate, because and especially when we go into a lot of I guess we haven't done it as much, but controversial topics, I would like to keep those away from my professional or things that people can search me up on.
But your Facebook,
if we talked about cars all day, let's do it.
Yeah, but your Facebook is private. Your actual, if I go to your profile from Facebook and I'm not signed in or I don't know you, Your Facebook ain't gonna show me shit, but all your friends will see it.
Yeah, but I'm saying more and more people are adding me on Facebook. I never know who's gonna see it. And
so those people that add you, if you choose not to add them, then they won't see it. So you just filter that anyway.
It's a little more complicated than that, but
does it?
So that's
or
reason
are you just
one.
Using excuses.
No, I see
reason
what it's
two. Reason two. By the way, Joe, you're frozen.
Yes, 2 reasons.
No, I'm not.
Reason 2 is that
I've just become a really good ventriloquist.
More of an agreement with Mahyar. I have been thinking about sharing this more publicly now that like our quality is higher. We talk about like real stuff that are pretty interesting, and yeah, so I'm debating that option. Yes.
Okay. Well, I would love it if both of you posted this video.
Oh, there's reason 3.
Oh, shiz. Round 3.
Reason 3, I think to your point, Mahyar, we could get a few more subscribers. I would say for me, it's going to be less than 10. And I just don't think that's... I get your point. Every little bit counts.
Every little bit counts.
For me, so far, like the trade-off haven't made a lot of sense, right? Like I could post it, we get 10 more subscribers, but I'm this much more exposed to the rest of the world, right?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Owen, what you need to contemplate and understand is your whole point behind doing this was to be exposed. Like you are doing on a live public forum where people come and they do videos like this. So you're contradicting yourself in a way because you're like, I want this to grow, I want it to be awesome, and I want all these strangers that want to subscribe to me, and like what happens if this is like friggin' I don't know, I'm just gonna use Fighter the Kid and Joe Rogan as an example, even though that's like crazy talk. But like, dude, who do you think you're gonna be exposing to yourself to then? You know, so for you to, it's kind of like backwards. It's like you're wanting one thing, but you're at the same time wanting the exact opposite. And thus, like, they're both preventing each other from actually happening. Because if you post this video, then you're exposing yourself, which you don't want to do. But if you don't post this video, then you're not exposing yourself, which is the point of making the video, is to expose it and to get it released. The other reason why it's interesting, or it would be better if your friends saw this, was because if they clicked it, then all our other videos will go in their trend bar. And that will actually like increase our search results in other people's trend bars too. So they're variable factors to that I think like it's a bigger plus than a minus. And I'm not saying post every episode. Post the ones you like this one, for example. Maybe it doesn't have a controversial topic, so you post this one, right? But yeah, so that covers, I guess, the not posting things.
I don't know, there's also the other thing where it's like, it is related to quality of content where, let's say you do post it right now, like this episode.
Yeah.
And let's say, like, just for argument's sake, 100% of people watched it, or they took a look at it, they clicked through.
Yeah.
And probably most of them won't like it. Like, it's not their thing.
That's totally fine.
But if you post it again later, when we have like better quality, whatever, like better format, better whatever, then they would most likely not click it then, and we just lose that 50% or whatever. So it's, in my opinion, it's better to selectively get people on board during these early phases that we are in, you know?
Yeah. So now, though, I would say, we got graphics, we got an intro, we got an outro, we got credits, we got title cards, we got good video. So I'd say at this point, it would be a good time for you guys. But I don't even think you guys should actually even post on the same day. I think it should be like one of you posts on one day and the other one posts like 2 or 3 days later. Because you guys have some of the same mutual networks and friends. So it's like it would scatter the view. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And then if they missed it when Owen posts it, if you post it, those people will see it, you know? But yeah, let's try it for this video. So episode 6, since this is the one we're starting for the contest and the prize pack or whatever. One of the things of the prize pack is actually on the shelf behind me. Something on that shelf is part of the prize pack.
I think I see his.
Mystery.
I just want your monkey. I want to play with your monkey.
No, you can't play with this guy. This is not part of the prize pack.
He's not talking about that monkey.
Yes, I am. What are you thinking, Joe?
It's hilarious.
But wait, you just kind of hijacked our topic of what makes a good YouTube video and turned it into giving the two of us shit for not sharing it.
Because I feel like so here's
hold on,
dude.
And
I think we got over that point.
Out.
I think we got over that part. I've been
into
considering
that
about posting it
stuff.
since our production quality has been going up. We're more formal now. We know what we're talking about. So yes.
So that's the thing, dude. I went out of my way to do those graphic things and update those so that you guys would get encouraged to do those things. But I feel like I'm doing a lot of shit and we're not.
Let's go back on topic of what makes a successful, healthy YouTube channel. Another reason I haven't posted, which I kind of touched on as point 3, right? The impact that it makes, I don't think it's as big as something, say, like changing the format of the video. I'm just giving out examples. Or like changing our topic, or like doing something with the actual video, than promoting it with our limited number of friends. So maybe I would love to hear from the viewers, out of all the YouTube videos they watch, do they usually watch longer videos or do they watch shorter videos? And this is purely for YouTube, right? YouTube's sake. You can listen to a podcast that's like 3 hours long. That's cool.
Totally.
But yeah, if you get a chance, leave a comment below and let us know. What's the average length of the YouTube videos that you watch? I'm still... We had this argument offline for a really, really long time, and we talked about this over and over again. But I still lean on the side of like people prefer shorter videos than longer, especially on YouTube.
Our stats would prove otherwise.
Because our stats are not really a fair way to look at it, right? You're posting content.
Are they not?
Hold on.
You were the one that said, "Let's look at the numbers."
Hold on. You're posting content that are like repeat of what people already seen in the longer video. 2, those are not, like, it's kind of random. It's not like a fully thought out 10-minute video. It's just like us talking about one thing for 5 minutes kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the highlights or whatever that you're referring to.
Yeah.
I think like you underestimate. So here's where I think you and I disconnect with that. I'm thinking strictly as far as a podcast goes, not the YouTube channel, right? Because I got confused with this earlier too. I thought when we were doing this YouTube channel, it was just going to be strictly podcast focused. But now I'm aware that it's going to entail a few other things that I didn't consider, right? But when it comes to podcast focusedness, I think those people who watch or listen to podcasts, they're in it for the long haul. And of course, if I miss your podcast, but I see one of the interesting highlights, I'm going to click on that. But I, for example, I'm an avid podcast listener. I listen to I tell you this all the time. I listen to like so many podcasts, it's not even funny. And I listen to the full episodes. Like some of these are 3 hours long. I'll listen to the full thing. I'll watch the full thing. And this is partly why I want to start a SoundCloud, is because I feel like we're reaching out to the viewers, but we're not reaching out to the sole listeners, like all of the people who just listen to things. So for me, like getting on SoundCloud and getting on, what's that other one? That other platform that pays you, starts with a P. I sent it to you guys, but you guys...
But that's like, a platform for people to donate money, right? It's not really a... It's not really like listening platform. It's just...
You post on there. You could post on there and people could watch off that and as they donate. But usually that content is added bonus content that they wouldn't otherwise get on the other platforms.
I see. So, I didn't even know that did that. It's
that's why people pay for it.
I can't remember what's the name of that, but yeah.
So that's why, like, I think another part of it is like getting bigger. So like expanding even our search, right? So if people aren't searching these videos in YouTube, what if they're searching them in SoundCloud? Like, are we missing out on a market there?
Well, even if you have this thing posted on SoundCloud, I don't know how SoundCloud works, so I'm I'm like
Oh,
take
dude,
it with a
it's-
grain of salt, but like
Yeah, it's easy.
it's I don't think it'll expand our reach that much. I think we need to do is to like post on Reddit or something. I'm sure there's a subreddit
Oh, I do post
with
on
like
Reddit.
all these.
Dude,
It's like
I've been
specific
posting on
for
I've been posting on those.
up and coming podcast or YouTube channel type thing to get feedback from those people. And
Yeah, I posted on
like
those.
there's
Like 4 of our episodes have been posted to Reddit forums.
Okay.
So there's on it, yo. But that's where it comes in, like, okay, what's next? What's next? Like, I got the Reddit, I got the Facebook, I got the social media stuff. Okay, like, well, people are going to listen to this too. Let's get the SoundCloud on there. Let's get the, whatever the P thing is called. I forget. But I think those things, I forget the name. I'll post it in the title later. I think Owen's right. Like, that one we can hold off on because that one is, like, you need added content. You need a lot of material. Whereas when it comes to SoundCloud, dude, we've got the video and audio footage of this anyway. You know, it's just an upload button, right? And here's episode 1. It's just another outlet, right? So, I don't know. I just feel like we could definitely expand there. But that doesn't necessarily, you're right, help the YouTube highly, but it could. Like, people who listen to the SoundCloud might be like, oh, I'll subscribe, because we tell them, hey, SoundCloud listeners, subscribe to our YouTube, and YouTube listeners, subscribe to our SoundCloud, vice versa or whatever. You have ideas of things you want to see on this channel. We want to hear that too. So, you know, we're gonna try to cater this channel to the people who watch it. So if there's certain things you want to see, then tell us and we'll look into doing that. Or there's certain topics maybe that you guys want us to discuss, let us know. Because we're always looking and we're always open to discussing new things and things that interest you guys. So if you're watching this and you want to hear of a certain thing, or maybe you have something in mind that you think it would be cool for us to talk about, throw it our way, message or comment below and let us know, and we'll definitely take that into consideration. So things like that I think are definitely helpful, 100%.
So what's some stuff in popular YouTube channels or YouTube channels specifically that you guys do enjoy?
Well, this goes back to the channel type, and this is why I kept getting confused about what we were doing. Because when we started Basic Bros TV, I thought we were just doing strictly podcasting, like video, podcast, and that's it. You know, we talked about, like doing other things and adding different collaborations and forums. So it became something a little more beyond what I was envisioning originally.
I think there's a few things, right? One, you have content consistently, whether it's the same time every week or at least like every once in a while I check it, there'll be something new. I like those channels. 2, I think a lot of the channels I follow, which is kind of where I got my biases or ideas from, is that they have pretty short content. Usually it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes max. Rarely do they go over 30 at all. And I think there's just if you guys follow a lot of the more popular channels or the ones that catch your attention, like there's just a lot of change on the screen, right? Constantly fighting for your attention. So like, I don't know, they would be like off doing something and then the camera switches and then they're at a different place. They're talking about something else. Not a lot of them spend a long time just talking about one thing.
When you talk about change, are you talking about visual change or like just what topic changes?
I think visual changes, right? Like if you watch PewDiePie, the guy who plays video games, like he could be talking about the game, but like he's like zooming into his face, he's repeating some stuff, like he purposely cut the video to repeat. Or sometimes he's on this side of the camera, sometimes he's on this, and he's like always moving. He's really like overreacting to things and stuff like that.
Well, I think both. I think
or vice versa.
Methods. I think like when it comes to Basic Bros TV, there should be no like filter essentially as to what we produce. But yeah, we should have segments. So the podcast is one aspect of it. video game live playing or whatever you guys want to do is another aspect of it. Friggin' maybe even doing those things where you're live watching a movie and talking about it, like, you know what I mean? What's it called? Movie companions or whatever, or even a fight companion, whatever. Like, I'm just using these things as examples. Could all be different facets to the channel, right? But then when it comes to the podcast, you could break that down to, okay, the podcast is on YouTube, is on SoundCloud, is on that other platform, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's part of Basic Bros TV.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think honestly, like, it should be just like when it comes to podcasts, just spread the wings, like let it fly, like put it on the SoundCloud, put it on the fucking YouTube, put it on any other platform that you can for free that people use, and hope that you generate more and more viewership or listenership or both as it grows. So just lots to consider. So if you're out there and you're listening to this or watching this, give us some insight, give us some input, let us know what you guys like. And hopefully we can make a better YouTube channel.
I agree with most of what you guys said, if not all, like 90% of it.
Thanks, bro.
I think what?
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
I don't know. I always had the idea of we could play Minecraft together, but you don't want to play with us, so.
It's not that I don't want to play. It's that I'm not willing to pay for Minecraft.
It's like $20, dude. But I think we should do something while we talk about different things.
Okay, how about this? I'll make you a trade. I love how Joe is so happy about this trade right now. Look how excited he is.
Yeah, he's so happy.
He's so excited. Oh my god. Okay,
so
Joe,
excited I can't even move.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do the Minecraft thing. If you either do, I'll even let you pick between them.
Share
Fight
it on my
companions? No. Fight companions or watch a movie and like talk shit about it. You know what I mean?
What's Flight Companions?
Fight companion is like when you're watching UFC essentially. So one screen is UFC.
Hey, I'm down for watching a movie.
Like, or
maybe we can watch trailers and talk shit about it.
So what's this movie thing about? So you'd be watching a full movie and talking during the movie.
Talking during the movie.
So and people
to talk? Everything from like oh fucking like just like it could even be a shitty cheesy movie that we're just making fun of the whole time, or it's like during the movie, if like for example, let's say it's like a Star Wars movie, you know, like a really fun fact about that particular scene, you could be like, oh dude, here like what actually happened was this, but then the guy broke his leg, so they had to like make it this way, or like shit like that. You just talk just like as if you're hanging out watching a movie at your buddy's house that you've already seen, like The Rock. Or,
I think I actually really like that idea. Though,
right? Because
a movie might be too long, dude. We're gonna be here for like 2 hours.
Okay, so I told you, I said I will make you a trade. I will play Minecraft with you if you either do live Fight Companion or live movie with me.
Live trailer.
No. I'll do live trailer too. Those are yours.
I just think movie is so hard to coordinate. I'm down to do a movie, but I think
the movie has to be a shorter one.
Yeah. We'll pick like a short, like 1.5 hour one to do one and see how it goes. But like, let's just try all three of these things, okay? So we're gonna do a live trailer review or not a live, but a trailer review thing, right? Like we're adding that, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Then we're doing a Minecraft thing, right? Then we're going to do an actual movie thing. We'll try that one out. If you guys don't like it, we don't have to do it. We'll try all three. We'll make a video for each. We'll start new playlists. And then that way, maybe our YouTube video channel will get a bit more subscribers because we have variance in what we're also providing.
So I got my new Xbox.
How's it?
I'm dying to play it, but instead I have to sit here and talk to you motherfuckers instead. This you shouldn't cut off the podcast. for the audience, for our viewers.
So-
I'm giving up my precious gaming time to create content for you guys. That's how dedicated we are. Basic Bros. What's up? Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Well, wait, did you say the very first prize that's part of our prize pack is the Xbox that you just bought for one of our viewers? Is that what you're saying, Owen? One of our viewers might
not be.
get an Xbox if they subscribe?
Speaking of that, the Xbox is actually going on sale for really cheap for Black Friday. If we actually wanted to do that, we can, I don't know if it makes sense financially, we can chip in $70 each and we can actually get a viewer an Xbox.
Really? Do you guys want to do that?
It's
I
like
wouldn't
100.
I know that
Totally
Joe
does
will
not
say
make
no.
sense to
I
me.
knew he would say no. I knew he
5
would say
subscribers.
no.
We have less than 10 subscribers. Come on, are you serious?
Dude, but that's
When
the
we
whole
hit
thing.
100,
No, I think
Dude,
if we
no,
hit,
listen,
we have to set
make
the
a
number really
video-
high.
Wait, listen. We make a video giving away free Xbox. You're telling me that video is not going to get a shit ton of hits? Do you know how many hits giving away free whatever? Look up giving away free. Just type that in, and then look up how many hits
so,
that video
hey,
gets.
so you're about quantity and not quality.
Hold on. So that's actually interesting. If we're trying to spend money on this, I would argue spending money to post a Facebook ad of our video might gain us more viewership than giving out free Xboxes. Then it's a matter of where we invest, right?
Honestly, we could just pay for subscribers. I'm sure there's it's like $3
but
for
those
like
are
100
like
or some
dummy
shit.
subscribers. Those
But-
are dummy.
Yeah, those
but
are
think
dummy
about it.
subscribers,
If
dude.
you're
Those don't
just
work.
putting
Look at that.
something for
Look
free,
at these
It's
numbers.
only got
It's a
1K
free
view,
giveaway.
dude.
Look
all
at
they're
these
doing
numbers.
is subscribing for that free thing, and then
Look
everything
at these
else
numbers.
they're gone.
So to Joe's point, I'm arguing if we have to spend say $200 on it, I'd rather see the potential gain we can get from spending $200 doing an ad on Facebook versus giving away free.
Exactly.
Is like
Yeah,
subscribe
but
to
add
what
on to
bothers
that.
me about Facebook ads is exactly what you said. A bunch of those subscribers are just dummy subscribers. Like every time I've paid
So
for
you-
a Facebook ad, I've always gotten like 95% dummy subscribers or dummy clickbait stuff, and
What kind
like,
of ads do you
5%
post?
actual things.
So
For
you
everything,
think-
whether it be for my clients or fucking like shit for Design to Speak or
Hey,
Do you think
speaking
a
of that,
giveaway
like that.
video will
Hmm?
a giveaway
One of the
video
examples.
will give us less dummy subscribers? Is that what you think? Because that is
No,
not what's
I
gonna
think
happen.
a giveaway video is going to get us 25,000 views. And right now, we can't monetize without 10,000 views. So if we can get that 10,000 views in one video, yeah, why am I not going to pay the $70? You know what I mean? Even if it's not without the subscribers.
I think that's actually a great idea.
Well, that'll be the
If-
title
if-
of this highlight
see,
portion,
if
for
you're-
sure.
If your only concern is to get that many subscribers, then why not do that?
Enough talk about that. We're not going to give out a free Xbox, at least for now. I think once we build up, once we have like
Exactly.
say 10,000, 20,000, I think we can start thinking about giving out stuff. But talking about the Facebook ad actually got me thinking we should start a Facebook channel that posts like really short highlights or really funny moments like, hey, look at the dude stuck on camera, and then we're like all cracking up or whatever. And then that way, I think could
Like
get
under
some
1 minute?
engagement going because it's like really short, funny moments, and yeah, and it could draw viewers. I follow a few folks on Facebook, not people, but like channels. They have YouTube channels or like websites and stuff. What they do is they post like super funny videos. Like there's this thing called Drive Tribe. They're a pretty cool YouTube channel. They post like stuff from Jeremy Clarkson and stuff like that. And on their Facebook page, they just recently started posting these like really stupid driving videos, right? Like people driving in Russia and getting into shit, or like people who driving ridiculously and get into a car accident and then show their dash cam.
Dashcam Confessionals is
Yeah,
one from Vancouver.
and that's like super engaging, right? Constantly I'm reminded of that channel. I go on YouTube, actively check them out, see if they have new content. It's like brand engagement, right?
Yeah.
I think we do something similar like that on Facebook, even though we might not have new video out every day, but it's those little moments that kind of remind people, hey, this is kind of cool. And then if one of those videos get a little bit viral, I think that would draw us way more views than like, yeah, and free Xbox or whatever.
So who's going to edit these added videos, and who's going to take over that Facebook page, and who's going to take care of all of that?
You are. Yay.
Sorry, dude.
Joe,
like,
come on,
already
take us
this is
something.
a lot. Like, I can't, like, I was meaning to tell you, that's why I told you guys, I'm like, I want Joe, for example, to start the SoundCloud, because it's like, I want to do that, but I can't do all of these things. Like, editing these videos, for example, like, properly, it takes a lot of time. Then there's render time on that. Doing the YouTube description and tags, do you know how much time I spend on that stuff? Like, it's not a 10-minute thing, you know? Like, it's crazy. Like, the amount of tags that I do in the description, like, I write down, look, I even have one here, look. I write down all this shit when we're talking. These are all our tags.
Ladies and gentlemen, dedication right here. Dedication to the craft.
I fucking write that shit down. This is like another one. So
for that reason alone, you should subscribe. Come on, guys.
You know we're taking.
Give us some pity.
But I'm only one of three. I'm only one of three, and if my other two partners would just step up to the plate a little bit more, just a little bit, just get one thing in there. There's two of you. All we need is a Facebook page and a SoundCloud. And there's two of you. One of you takes one of you takes the other. Now we got control. So that was, I guess, a bit of a brainstorming podcast, if anything, or a YouTube podcast, whatever you want to call it.
Sort of turned into that.
Yeah, if you've already subscribed to our channel, we appreciate it, especially if you subscribed while we were talking about it earlier. In the podcast. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, anything like that, please just type it down below. We would love to hear from you guys. And please subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. Description is in the link below as well. And Owen's YouTube channel, which the link is in the description, or should be at this point. If it's not, I'll add it later. This is the Basic Bros Podcast. Peace out.
Boom.